It's been a long time coming, and it's been a week or, a game, a date on the calendar that's been circled on mine for a long time. And saying all that, I'm just eager to go out and go play, and be out there with my teammates and be in the fire again. I think I've stated that a couple of times. That's what I miss the most, is just going out there and competing with my guys and having fun doing it, and being able to come back in a big-time game like this versus a Power 5 team and Dallas at AT&T is a special opportunity, and I'm very excited to get back out there again.
Do you anticipate that there will be much rust for you to shake off once you get out there?
I'm confident that I put in the work to prevent that. Not saying there might be a little bit. I don't know. That'll be something that we'll have to wait and see. But I believe in my preparation and the time that I put into my game this summer and preparing for this game the past couple of weeks, to best limit that from happening.
Skylar, after going up against this defense all camp, how much better do you think it is? How much do you think it's improved since we saw them last time they were out there against Texas?
Yeah, I think that we've added some really good pieces to the puzzle back there. On the defensive line with Timmy Horn and Julius Brents, Russ Yeast, Reggie, all the guys that we've brought in transfer-wise, I think are really good additions to our football team. They're great players, they're great leaders, great teammates. They're everything that you want in a player on the team. And I think ultimately, having guys like Eli Huggins and Cody Fletcher and J Mac coming back, I think that just we have a lot of good leadership on that side of the ball and guys that have played a lot of football. And I think Deuce Green has done a tremendous job this offseason. I mean, I think he's one of the best players on our defense, and he flies around. He makes plays. He plays physical. He's really long and makes it hard in the pass game. He picked me off just last week, on a play that I thought was a really good play on his part, and so. I'm excited to see those guys play. I think they fly around. They've been playing well together, and I think that's the most important part, on both sides of the ball. And all 11 guys have to be on the same page in order to be successful, and I think they've grown a lot in that aspect.
Skylar, through all your time here, and forgive me if you've been asked this recently, but through your experiences, the injury, do you still feel like you have something to prove?
Yeah, I've, earlier on in my career, I would say yes, that, that I do have something to prove and, to prove people wrong, prove the doubters, all that stuff, But as I've gotten older, I've just realized, that stuff is, that stuff can lead you down a dark road if you get caught up in trying to prove people wrong and prove this, prove that, I feel like as I've gotten older, I've understood that, no matter what, no matter how I perform, whatever the case may be, there's always going to be something that is going to be critiqued or not good enough, And for me, I'm very, grounded in who I am as a person and as a football player, and I know that, me going out there and giving my very best every single day is always enough. No matter the end results, win or lose, if I do everything I can to put myself and this team in a situation to be successful and to win, then that's all I can do. And I feel like if I don't take any shortcuts in my preparation and leading up into games and that I can sleep at night no matter what takes place. And like I said earlier on in my career, if you would ask me that, I feel like I would have given you a very different answer. But like I said, I'm very, very grounded and humbled in the situation that I am. I'm very grateful to be here and have this opportunity to play again. Thanking COVID, I never thought I would say that, but truly it saved me a year that I could come back and play the game that I love the most. So I'm excited to get out there again and have fun.
Was there a point where, so to speak, you remember letting that go and shedding all that stuff?
Yeah, I would say really a big turning point for me was in 2019 when Coach Kleiman got here. Really after that season, truly, and even going into last year, after the Arkansas State loss, there was just a lot of stuff in the air, about me, and people, spoke their mind, and, that's their opinion, and I just realized, it doesn't, I'm my biggest critic, and I'll be the first to say it, no matter what anybody thinks, I'm harder on myself than anybody else is, but in saying that, I understand that I'm not going to be perfect, and as much as I strive to be, and we all do on this team, and we strive for perfection every single day, but in reality, there's going to be times where you're going to come up short, and things may not shake out the way that you want them to. But the biggest thing is how do you respond to that? How do you funnel that energy into positive energy to propel you forward? Because that's the biggest thing as life goes on. The world keeps turning, and you just got to take those experiences and lessons and learn from them and funnel them in a direction to benefit you moving forward, and that's what I've tried to do.
Skylar, you only got a little taste of the last year, but how excited are you at the prospect of having a whole season getting the ball to a guy like Deuce?
Yeah, I'm excited. I think we all know Deuce is a really, really special player, and I think that he's just gotten better this offseason and has really perfected his craft in little aspects that just having a year under his belt and some experience has benefited him in that aspect. And, just we got to find ways to get him the ball. And whatever that may look like, we got to get him touches and get him in space and let him be Deuce, And the biggest thing for him, and, what I'm going to encourage him and I have is, he doesn't have to be a superstar. He just needs to be himself and let the game come to him and make plays when they're presented.
You've had pretty good success with grad transfers the last couple of years. Coach Kleiman talked about the importance also of them fitting into the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
Does he seek input from players at all when they're considering somebody?
Yeah, I think that the culture here is the most important part, and I feel like we've made a huge growth. We've made a lot of growth in that aspect over the past 8 months, and I think Coach Kleiman is not going to bring anyone in here that's gonna take away from that. And like I said on multiple occasions, every guy that he's brought in here, and all 130 guys in the locker room would say the same thing. Every transfer that we've had come in here has been a great addition to our locker room, to our culture, and are great people first and foremost, above being good players. So that's what you want. And I think our coaches do a really great job of doing the research and making phone calls and making sure that all the boxes are checked off before they bring a guy in here.
Skylar, you've been around for a little while. Compare this team in your eyes to the previous K-State teams you've been on.
Well, I think we have the ability to be a really good football team, and what that means or what that looks like, I have no idea. But I'll tell you where we're at right now. I feel very confident in who we are as a team. I feel like this is the most, like I said earlier on in fall camp, this is the most unselfish team that I've been a part of. I feel like we have a lot of playmakers, a lot of good players, but everybody wants to see the guy next to him succeed just as bad as they want to, personally. So I feel like when you have a team that has that mindset, good things are going to happen. And like I said, what that looks like, I have no idea. But all we can do is just focus on one day at a time and not skipping any steps to the process. That's the biggest part. I feel like where we've struggled in years past is we look ahead and get caught up in who we're playing in week 3, 4, 5, whatever the case may be. But I feel like truly our mindset right now is focusing on one day at a time, one game at a time, and letting the results take care of themselves. I think Coach Kleiman has really put an emphasis on having that mindset of we got to focus on today. Our focus my focus is at our 240 position meeting, and then all my focus is in, that walkthrough before practice. Then, it's just one step at a time and not getting ahead of ourselves to where we're not taking any shortcuts to the process, to where whenever that game time comes, we're just pressing play and having fun. And when you have that mindset, you have that approach, no matter the results, no matter the outcome, you can sleep at night knowing that you gave it all you got.
After the way last season ended, and maybe aside from that context, how important is this game for Kansas State football?
I think it's huge. Anytime you get a chance to kick off the season versus a Power 5 opponent that's a proven program that has had a lot of success and is still, they're a really good program. And I think they do things, I know they do things right. They're really well coached, and they play hard. You see it on film. I mean, they're very, very sound team that plays hard together and plays with a lot of passion, and for us to, be able to play on a stage like this, just to kick the season off, and the way that last year went, I think it's a big game for us. But it's something that us leaders and captains and whatnot are going to have to drive to this team. That it's not too big of a moment for us, and it is something that we've prepared for 8 months, and we've worked really hard for this moment and prepared for it. So we just got to trust in that and believe in our work and let everything else take care of itself.
Last one, Michael.
Skylar, what have you seen from Stanford's activity, Stanford linebackers, their back eight that really catches your attention?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I think they're really good. They on all aspects. I think they're very long and rangy guys that play hard and play fast. They play physical, especially in their front 7 or 8. And in the back end, their secondary, they got some guys that have played a lot of football, and it's very evident on film that they play physical and want to get their hands on and make plays. And I think after watching the film from last year, it's hard to assess everything just from how weird of a year it was, and I feel like they had some personnel changes just here and there because of COVID. So had some guys playing some different spots, so it'll be interesting to see where they're all at, and seeing what that looks like. But I think they're a tremendous football team, and it's going to be a great challenge for us, and definitely something, a team that we can't overlook or take lightly. We know that we're going to get their best, and they're going to be prepared, and they're going to play hard. So we just got to be prepared for that.